Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm gonna try to get this computer. Hey, you know what? And I'm not even upset because it's 12:22. My computer has been acting slow and I'm like, what the hell is going on? But it's 12:22, so pardon. What is up, my loves? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Nathallie Hughes and you are watching the Self-Worth Revolution. So who am I and what do I do here? My desire and my goal is to support you in creating an emotionally fulfilled life for yourself in every single aspect of your life, right? We do life coaching, manifestation coaching, mindset, emotional coaching. So we're taking spiritual, we're taking some scientific, some psychological, and we're taking emotional and like mindset stuff. We're bringing it all together in order to step into your power, step into a position of authority and leadership in your own life in order to create emotional fulfillment. That's the best we got. That's the best we got today. So if that sounds good to you and you're not already subscribed, you should be. And as we continue to do this, it will get better. All right, let's get into today's topic. In today's video, we are having a conversation about 3 things that I wish that I would have known when I was first starting to increase my prices in my business as a coach. So you don't have to be a coach and you don't have to have a business for these 3 things to apply to you or to be helpful to you. So you can do this if you're looking to increase your salary and all of that good stuff. All right. So 3 things, let's start now. All 3 of these kind of blend into each other and I think that it's perfect. Starting off with number 1, your prices are not for everybody. Your prices are not for everybody. I had a shift maybe a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago. I'm a Pisces, so time doesn't really exist for me and I just kind of float from one experience to the next. You know what I'm saying? But the point is that I had this realization, I had this epiphany, and what I realized was I'm a high quality woman running a high quality business, selling high quality products, services, offers. High quality woman, high quality business, high quality services. That's who I am. That's what I do. That's what I give. And the Get Ready With Me video is still up on the channel. There's a whole Get Ready With Me playlist. You can watch all of them because I don't remember which one I was talking about this in. But I was talking about how I had started my most recent course. I was creating my most recent course and it's called Visual Vamp Up. And at first it was supposed to be a cheap, easy, no-brainer offer. It was like, I think I first sold it in my pre-sale. It was like $15 and then it was supposed to be like $22 and now it's $1,700. And the reason why, the reason why is because I was creating it and I was just like, well, I can't just tell them this. I have to tell them this. And if I tell them this, and I have to tell them this, and I have to give them this background and, oh, well, I should add some more journal prompts. And then as I'm going along and I'm learning more, then I'm adding more to it. And it wasn't a $22 anything. It wasn't a $15 anything. And even when it was a $15 something, it still wasn't a $15 something. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you get that. I feel like you understand that. Okay, so the reason why I feel like that is because I feel like this video is going to reach people who like what they do, who love what they do. And this is like a 0.5, okay? This is like 1.5. Okay, you're getting 3 things, you're getting a 0.5 in between 1 and 2 here, okay? And we're still gonna go back to 1, and I hope you're following me, but I feel like you are, and I feel like we're having a great time, so. Okay, you love what you do, and when you love what you do, and when you're adding different things to your content, or if you're working with clients and you're doing like packages with clients, or you're offering a service of some kind, You're always going to kind of go the extra mile, but you're not going the extra mile out of obligation. You're going the extra mile because you love it. You're going the extra mile because you could talk about it all day. You're going the extra mile because you're, seeing something that's alive within someone else. You're seeing how you can help them because you have that expertise. You're able to come at things with a different perspective. And so you just give more because you give more. Like with my clients in sessions, we set the timer at an hour. If the timer goes off and we still have more stuff that we need to talk about, I'm not going to be like, well, that was it. See you next week, or see you in 2 weeks, or however long or however frequently we see each other. I'm not going to do that just because the timer went off. And the reason why I'm not working just until the timer goes off is because I like my job and I like helping people. And I love that experience of feeling my clients shift. So I'm also an intuitive woman. I'm a psychic woman, and I can feel when my client has like a block. I can feel when there's something there. I can feel when it's like they just need a little bit more. We just need to uncover this just a little bit more, and then we're gonna have a really good shift. And it just kind of feels like a sigh of relief, or sometimes it feels like an opening in their heart, in their chest, and I can feel that. I get a sense of satisfaction I receive when I'm able to give to my clients and get them to that place where I'm like, perfect, this is the perfect time to stop. Now, we're not sitting for hours and hours and hours after each session because I have my own boundaries, but the point is that I love the work that I do. So because I love the work that I do, I'm just always going to do extra shit in the work that I do. When I have personal clients, if I'm opening up a mastermind program or something like that, my personal clients are automatically going to be enrolled into my mastermind because I want to share this with them and it would support them in their transformations, right? So because I'm somebody who loves what she does, because I'm somebody who is committed to getting my people great results, because it feels good for me to get my people great results, you're gonna get a premium amazing service just automatically, just as a consequence of working with somebody who loves what they do. And if you're gonna get a premium service just because you're working with somebody who loves what they do, it just makes sense that that service be more expensive. It just makes sense that that service cost more money. When you love what you do, when you're excited about what you do, when you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on, whatever that looks like for you, people are gonna have a better experience with you. Okay, we're gonna give an example and then I'm gonna finish with number one and then we're gonna move on. A great example of this would be elementary school. Most of us probably went to elementary school. I don't know if you ever experienced, I did. Okay, she wasn't even my teacher, and she wasn't I had other great elementary teachers, but this, I'm sorry, she stands out, okay? So her name she's like still alive. Her name is Mrs. DeMauro, I'm pretty sure. I'm like 98% sure. And she was our elementary school. She was a teacher in my elementary school that I went to. And this lady, she was one of those people, like you could tell that she loved her job, but not only did she love her job, she loved teaching, but she loved kids. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those experiences where like, she sees you and like her face lights up like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? And it's so important for kids to have that experience of having teachers and people who like them and who love them and who really see them with that unconditional positive regard. You know what I'm saying? Like unconditionally, I see you as a little adorable angel, regardless of all of the weird developmental things that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the point is that she was amazing at her job. I never had her as a teacher, but I remember how I felt in her presence. I remember there was a time where we had kind of like, we were like switching classrooms for something, you know what I mean? Maybe like, okay, like this is a day, you're gonna go to this classroom, you're gonna learn about history, and you're gonna go to this classroom, you're gonna do an art project, right? I don't remember what we did in any other projects, but I remember, or in any other classrooms, but I remember we went into her classroom, and this was like the first grade. I think this is the first grade, possibly the second grade, but I'm pretty sure it was the first grade. And we had done some sort of like art project, and we had our little paper plates, and there's like a whole bunch of like little, little things of paint in it. And that's the day that I learned that if you mix all the colors together, it just turns brown. And it just was a magical day for me. It was just a magical day for me. And I'll never forget. I can't tell you anything that woman ever taught me. But I can tell you how I felt in her presence. And that's gonna take you everywhere that you need to be in terms of like your education. How you feel in the classroom is like the most important thing ever in life, because you can't learn anything if you don't feel safe, or if you don't feel loved, or if you don't feel valued. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so anyway, so I love that lady. To this day, I love that lady. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Very good choice. So anyway, that's the point. When you love what you do, when you love your clients, when you love the people that you're working with, that energy is infectious. People are going to enjoy being around you. When you love the work that you do, you get super excited. You get inspired ideas. You're a joy to be around. The energy and the vibration of the entire company or your clients' lives, they're elevated in your presence. So you are somebody who loves what they do. Raising your prices just makes sense. The second that you're somebody who loves what they do, you become a high quality person running a high quality business, offering a high quality service, or a high quality person offering a high quality service if you don't have your own business. The second that you love what you do, you put yourself in your own league, you put yourself in your own lane, because there's a difference between the person who loves what they do, who brings that excitement, who makes other people around them feel good about themselves, and the person who doesn't want to be there, just is waiting to get the paycheck at the end of the week and could care less about whether or not you succeed. And I had those educators. I experienced those educators, and I don't have time to rant today. I don't have time to rant today. We still haven't even finished the first tip. So let's keep it pushing. Okay, so finishing off with our very first tip. Your prices aren't for everybody. Sometimes it can feel a little bit like guilty. If I raise my prices to this, then people can't pay it. It's not for people who can't pay it. If you're a service provider, if you're a business owner, you probably have free content. The free content that you give that is attracting and nurturing the potential clients that you want, that also is serving the people who can't afford it. And your perception of people has to also be in alignment with this. Are you seeing the people in your audience? Are you seeing the people of the world as helpless, hopeless? For a really long time, I was running a nonprofit and not a business because I felt like, well, people need this. They need to learn this. They need to know this. How can I charge when people need it? And it's like, well, I also, have needs. And now we're getting further into the next one. The point is this: your prices are not going to be for everybody. When you raise your prices, when you raise your rates, you have to start looking at and targeting different kinds of people. And we'll talk about what those different kinds of people are in general in the following tips. But the first thing that I really wish that I understood when I was raising my prices was that my prices are not for everybody. My business is not for everybody. If you want somebody who's going to sell you something for, $12, that's going to tell you to write down what you want 55 times for 5 days in order to manifest, then you're not for me and I'm not for you. And that's okay. If you want somebody who's going to teach you how to reflect, how to be introspective, how to gain more intimacy with yourself, how to heal your relationship with yourself, your relationship with others, how to really connect with yourself emotionally, connect with your intuition, who you are on a soul level, your inner being, and you want somebody to help you feel empowered in your life, you want somebody to help you come back to the truth of who you are, right? That's the type of manifestation that I do. That's the type of manifestation, teaching, and coaching that I'm doing. If that's what you're looking for, then you're looking for me, and that's a high quality service. That's a life-changing service. We don't do anything short of complete transformational whatever. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not for everybody, and that's okay. Because those people who want to pay less money, they're going to have their people. There are people who have offers for them. I know some of those people, nothing wrong with that. It's just not me. There are people who have offers for them. Great. They're not going without. And you have free offers. Boom. They're not going without. And then how you see your audience, number one, you can see your audience as people who can pay you. You can choose to see your audience as, people who are already ready to pay you. They already have that money. But you can also see your people consuming your free content as people who are like hungry for it. You know what I'm saying? Before I was investing thousands of dollars into coaching programs and all of that stuff, I was watching all the free content that I could find. I was taking walks throughout my neighborhood and I was listening to podcasts. I was paying Audible $14.95 every single fucking month, and I was downloading a new book and I was learning something new. I was reading books about psychotherapy and all of the different things. I was figuring it the fuck out because I couldn't afford to pay a coach $1,000 a month. So the point is that if somebody really, really wants it, they're going to figure out how to get it. Whether they are going to figure out how to pay you, or they're going to, use the fuck out of your free resources until they can allow themselves to receive, and then they'll get into your paid offers. Period, point blank. I've done it. You've probably done it. If you've been in a position where you couldn't, where you felt like you couldn't afford that support, then you've probably done it as well. They can do it too. Period, point blank. All right, that's number one. Your prices are not for everybody, and that's okay. You get to be a high quality person, running a high quality business, selling a high quality service. That gets to be who you are. Number two, so this one is like such a beautiful transition from our first one. Number two is, I didn't put like a title on this, so I'm just gonna have to jump into it with an example. For a lot of times over the years, when I wanted to raise my rates and I wanted to make more money, and I didn't believe that people could pay me or people could afford to pay me, blah, 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 I attracted a lot of people who were like, I can't afford to pay this. I don't have the money right now. I can't afford to pay this. And when people would tell me that they couldn't afford my work, it would make me feel really discouraged, and it would make me feel like, it would be harder for me to sell my offers or to sell my courses or blah, 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 blah. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the title for your point number two. People's response to your price is not a reflection of your offer. It's a reflection of them. How you respond to their response is a reflection of you. It's a reflection of how you feel, and I'm going to break this down obviously, but it's a reflection of how you feel about your offer. It's a reflection of what you believe you get to have. It's a reflection of what you believe about your audience. but it's not necessarily a reflection of the quality of your service, the quality of your product, or what you get to have. Are you following me? So the people who are saying, I can't afford this, it is so good that those people are not getting into your programs. It is so good that those people are not getting into your offers. And this is not about a war on poor people, obviously. But there's a difference in character and motivation. And we kind of talked about this in the first mindset shift, whatever. The person who's going to get into your program, the person who's going to purchase your service, the person who you're going to be working with, who has the mindset that when they can't afford something, when they don't see a way to make it happen, that it must not be able to happen and they should just give up, that's not the person that you want to work with. That's not the person that you want in your offer. That's not the person at all. At all. Because the content, let's say that you're selling a course, or even if you're doing coaching work, your content is only going to do so much for them. If they're not rewatching the content, if they're not doing the homework or whatever things need to be done between sessions, they're not going to see results. They're not going to see good results. And your energy might do amazing things and your energy might shift them in powerful ways, but they're always going to have to do their part. So you want more than sales. You want sales that are going to turn into really, really great testimonials. You don't just want sales. You want sales that are going to turn into really, really great testimonials. And you get really, really great testimonials when you attract people who are really, really committed to getting a great result. Your work is probably good. You love what you do. If you're somebody who loves what they do, you're somebody who spends time, energy, and effort making your shit the very best that it can possibly be, it's good. It's good because it has your energy in it. It's good because it has all of the things that you've learned and all of the experiences that you've had up until now embedded in it, energetically infused in it, right? It's good. The power to transform the life is literally in it because energy shifts energy. But if the person who has access to it does not give a damn, if they don't care, if they're indifferent, if they're willing to suffer, if they're not hungry for their transformation, it's crickets. Like, there's nothing else that I can say about it. So you want to exclusively work with people who desire it. You want to work with the woman who's like, I don't know how I'm going to get this money, but I'm going to get this money. You want to work with the woman who's like, I don't know how this is going to happen, but I'll put it on a credit card. I don't know how this is going to happen, but I'll take out a loan. I don't know how this is going to happen, but I will call my parents and ask. I don't know how this is going to happen, but I'm going to do this and this and this. I don't know how this is going to happen, but I'm going to pray to God every single day. God, I'm ready for change. God, I am ready to get into this course. I'm ready to get into this program. I am ready to change my life. God, show me how to do this. Work with me. God, angels, universe, ancestors, bring on the fucking epiphanies. I'm willing to see things differently. You want the person who is committed to it. You want the person who's like, I have no idea how I'm going to pay you this money, but I'm going to pay you this fucking money because I like the work that you do. And I like the way that I feel in your energy. I like how your energy and your knowing shifts my energy. And I am committed to whatever transformation it is that you provide. You want the person who is committed. So when people are, you're selling to them or you're on a sales call or something like that, and they're going, I just can't afford this. Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much for your time. Let me know if anything changes. That wasn't an exact script, but like that's the energy and that's the vibe. Because that's not who you want to work with at all. And when that happens, when you get the person who's like, I can't afford to pay you, there's so many different ways that you can look at this. This is like a 2.5, okay? This is tip 2.5. What did I say? I love what I do. When I come across something in my mind that I'm like, ooh, I should share this, I'm just gonna share it because I love what I do. See, you're getting so much more than you bargained for. And that's what happens. This is why I charge what I charge. You understanding what I'm saying? Okay, so, oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I've been thinking about my next year, and this is like a 2.5 inside of a 2.5, inside of the 2.5. I've been thinking about next year, and I've been thinking about all the money that I'm gonna make, and I've been thinking about how my prices are gonna change and expand, and I just got really excited. Okay, back to the 2.5. No, not within. This is just the 2.5. Okay, so what was I saying before this? No. Okay. Focus your mind. I'm looking at my notes. We understand what their response is a reflection of, right? Oh, that's what it is. Oh, you're so good, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Their responses are a reflection of their desire to get what they want. Their responses are a reflection of their determination and their commitment to their goals. So your job is not to look at what do their actions mean about me. Your job is to look at what do I think this means about me? What do I think this means about my business? What do I think this means about my product? And now we get into the 2.5. The 2.5 is that you can see these people coming in and saying that they can't afford your offer as like a bird before land, okay? If you're in the law of assumption community, then maybe you've heard that before, but it's like a pre-manifestation. It's like a, damn it, what is that word? It's like a partial manifestation is the best that we got, right? So if you're going, I'm attracting clients, I'm seeing the clients come in, I'm seeing the new job offer come in, I'm seeing the increase in my salary come in, and then you get an interview or somebody books a discovery call with you and you're like, okay, like this is so great, like maybe this is the one, and then it doesn't end up being the one. You still get to interpret that as a bird before land. I'm headed in the right direction. It's a partial manifestation. So just because I didn't get this job with this company doesn't mean that I'm not good enough. It doesn't mean that I'm not doing a good job. It doesn't mean that it's not happening. It doesn't mean that the goal was unrealistic. It doesn't mean anything negative about me. That's the point. You get to see it as a positive. At some point, nobody was interested in my work. Now, I'm attracting people who are interested in my work. I'm on the right track. When I was not doing this, I had a moment where I'm like, I want all of these people. I want more clients. And I had like 3-4 discovery calls booked. None of those people signed on. I got super duper discouraged. And what did I start doing? I started telling the story that it's not working. I started telling the story that it's not happening. I started telling the story that I couldn't get what I fucking wanted. And then what happened? I didn't get what I wanted. I did not get what I wanted. It did not happen at that time. But it's not that I couldn't have received clients. It's that I didn't have a lot of the manifestation tools that I have now. But the biggest point, the biggest takeaway is that I was not expecting it. I was not willing to see these as partial manifestations. And when I'm willing to see it as a partial manifestation, then I have a more positive relationship with it. And it no longer means anything about me personally. And I recognize that I can still get my desire regardless. I can still get what I want regardless. No matter who does or who doesn't sign up, I can still reach my monthly income goal regardless. I can still get the number of clients that I desire regardless. I can still get the number of projects I want regardless. Okay? All right. That was number 2. Let's move on to number 3. All right, tip number 3, final tip. I actually have a whole bunch of things written out here, so I'm gonna read it off and then I'm gonna elaborate if I need to, because this one I really went in on, okay? The third thing that I wish that I knew when I was raising my prices and my coaching and my business courses, all that shit, is that it becomes about your life experience and your quality of life. Your life experience and quality of life, their life experience and quality of life. People who care about their well-being are not making purchases from a place of survival. They are making purchasing choices from the perspective and understanding that they have a desire to improve their quality of life. Paying you is a no-brainer, because if they don't pay you, then their unsatisfactory quality of life remains. We're not done, but hold on, let me pause there. So one thing that I said, people who care about their well-being are not making choices from a place of survival. So what do I mean by that? I'm trying to think of an example. There's buying from a place of survival, and there's buying from a place of caring about my emotional well-being. This is a good one. The people who make those videos that sometimes go viral where they're like, oh, I just bought another thing from Amazon that I didn't need. I'm sorry. That's my perception of those people, okay? Like the whole, I'm buying something that I don't need and I'm gonna beat myself up over it. I'm doing something wrong. I'm doing something naughty because I'm buying myself something that I don't need. Those are people who shop from survival. Those are people who don't believe in overflow. Those are people who don't believe in access. Those are people who don't care for their well-being. Somebody who is shopping from their well-being, it doesn't matter that I don't need these new UGG boots. Why the fuck would I need new UGG boots? I'm buying them because they're gonna feel soft on my feet. I'm buying them because when I'm working in my home office, I can be so cute and so cozy. And actually, I need a pajama set to match. None of that is about survival. All of that is about my well-being. All of that is about me caring about how I feel. So I'm gonna give another example. And this example is going to be from one of the members of our community. So in our community, one of my clients and students, she, as a part of her business, she does coaching. I don't know if I can say that word. I'm going to call it intimacy coaching. I'm sorry, but we're not going to flag this, okay? So she does intimacy coaching. The people who are her clients, they care about having better intimacy with themselves and with their partners. The women of the world who are not enjoying themselves during intimacy with their husbands, those women are having intimacy for survival. Are you understanding what I'm saying? They're not having intimacy for their own enjoyment because you're not enjoying it. You're having intimacy for survival. You're having intimacy because it's the only time you feel cared for. It's the only time you feel that somebody loves you. It's the only time that you get a little bit of closeness and connection, and you don't, get anything else from your partner. You're getting something out of it. Maybe you're afraid that if you don't do it, your partner's gonna leave you and you are dependent on your partner financially, or you're just a human being like the rest of us and you understand that we need relationships to survive. The point is that that person who's having unsatisfactory intimacy, they don't care about their well-being. That's it. The person who's going to be her client, my client's client, she cares about her well-being. She's not going to go another night without enjoying intimacy with her spouse. That's not possible for her. She's gonna die if it. She's not doing it. It's not happening. She's fed up. She's over it. She's committed to it. So when she gets on a discovery call with my client, if she does not sign up for that client's coaching, it's another night of unsatisfactory intimacy. Unsatisfying intimacy. It doesn't matter. You understand what I'm saying. The woman who doesn't care about her well-being is fine where she is. The woman who does not care about her well-being is fine dating guys who are emotionally unavailable. The woman who's going to come and work with me for one-on-one coaching, she's going to pull her hair out of her fucking scalp if one more man goes her. The woman who's going to sign up for my coaching, the woman who's going to buy my courses, she's going to lose her mind. Her biological clock is ticking. She doesn't want to be 45 years old taking somebody to kindergarten. That's fine if you are, and that's fine if you do, and there's nothing wrong with it. Don't take that personally. It was just a meme on the internet. If you want to be 67 at your kid's high school graduation, that's on you. She doesn't want to be that. She doesn't want to do that. She has to do something. She has to do something now because the clock is ticking. That's the woman who's going to come and work with me. That's the woman who's going to connect with me. That woman cares about her well-being. The woman who doesn't care about her well-being, she might know all of those things. Is she not doing anything about it? There's crickets and nothing else. So that's the third thing that I wish that I would have known. My thing is starting now, so we have to get this. I'm going to read the rest of this, okay? The woman who is ready, the client who is ready to improve their quality of life is the client who is ready, willing, and eager to buy. Figuring it out on their own does not improve their quality of life. The clients who want to DIY it, the people who want to DIY it, those are not your clients. They're not interested in improving their quality of life. Oh my God, this is so good. Figuring it out on their own does not improve their quality of life. It makes it harder. DIY does not improve the quality of life. It makes it harder. It makes it more difficult to get out of their current circumstance. Figuring it out on their own is discouraging. How many times over the course of the past 4 or 5 years have I wanted to quit this business and give up? If you don't want to work with me because you figured it all out and you can do it all on your own, you're not making your life easier. You're not improving the quality of your life. The person who wants to buy from you, they want a better feeling life now. They want a better feeling life now. You can spend the next 4 or 5 years figuring out all of the things that I've learned, plus the things that I got from just my lived experience and like my relationship with God, right? The shit you can't get on Google. You can spend your time trying to figure that out, being frustrated. It's not going to get you quick, easy, fast, rapid results and growth and expansion. That's not going to happen. People who are ready to improve their quality of life are ready for more ease. They're ready for more support. They're ready for more enjoyment, and they want it now. If they do it on their own, they have to deal with their doubts on their own. That does not support their well-being. Doing it themselves isn't an option for your personal client. If you were doing intimacy coaching, your personal client is not having a good time in the bedroom with her husband. And when she talks to her mom about it, or she talks to her sister about it, or she talks to her cousin about it, they're like, well, me neither. They're most likely surrounded by people who don't get it. They're most likely surrounded by people who don't care about their well-being either. So if they don't work with you, then they have to overcome that by themselves. Doing it themselves isn't an option for your personal client. They're willing to do their part on their end, of course, but do they want to spend years doing research on your topic? No. Do they want to spend years studying and reading up on and figuring out everything and making 1 million different mistakes in order to finally figure out how this shit works? No. In order to figure out manifestation, I got on a plane. It's not funny. It wasn't funny when it happened. It wasn't funny when it happened. I got on a plane, ended up, I was like stranded in New York City for like a whole fucking night of my life trying to figure this shit out because I was trying to take physical action to change my reality when really it was an internal process. How many times would you like to be stranded? Oh my God. Oh my God. That's a story for another time. We don't have time to do this. Okay. They're paying for rapid growth and expansion. When you're paying me so that you don't have to. You don't have to do that. You get to have a better time. They're paying for your years. They're paying for the energy you now embody as a natural consequence of your lived experience. Every book that you read, every course that you took, every coaching call you got. Sorry about that. My phone storage got full and then I had to go on that call. So we're back and I'm just gonna pick up the last place that I remember being. The people who are going to pay you higher rates are people who are committed to their well-being. They're people who are committed to improving their quality of life. Your quality of life with somebody who knows more about what you're trying to accomplish, the skill that you're trying to, or that you're choosing to develop. Your quality of life is better with a coach. Your quality of life is better with a mentor. Your quality of life is better with a course. Your quality of life is better when you have support around you. How many years did I spend in my business going, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? Now, if I'm having a moment of contrast, I have, my own courses. I have other courses, other programs. I have mentors. I can go into a Facebook group and I can type, I'm having trouble with this and this and this, and somebody who is where I want to be in my business will get back to me within the day. Easy. I don't spend my time worrying about whether or not I can get my goals. I don't spend my time worrying about whether or not I can get sales. Limiting beliefs come up. I know how to work through them, and when I'm paying somebody who's more confident than I am, I'm tapping into their confidence. It makes it easier for me to become confident. Let's say that you were working in like marketing. You want to get another job in marketing. The CEO of that company might know about marketing, but do they know about marketing like you know about marketing? You know more than the people who are going to be hiring you. So you'll sit down in a meeting with them and you'll have more ideas about how's the best way to market. What's a really good, I've been seeing some really good commercials lately. No, you know a good commercial? I know this is kind of controversial, but Panera's commercial. Panera had this one commercial where it was like, it's like a mom, she's in like an SUV, she's like picking her kid up from soccer, and then the commercial's like, save time with the Panera app. Why worry about one more thing on your to-do list? And then it like cuts from her picking up her kid to Panera to her ordering food on the Panera app, and suddenly she has dinner and it's done. Who are they targeting in that ad? They're targeting middle-class moms who can't afford to go and sit at a restaurant for dinner for their family. They're targeting middle-class moms who can't exactly afford to hire a personal chef. They're targeting middle-class moms who are overwhelmed. You've got a whole bunch of different kids. You have an SUV. You probably had to clean your house in that day. What do you need? How is this going to improve the quality of your life? Well, I have a quick and easy solution for your troubles when it comes to getting dinner done. And doesn't that just make sense? You've had a whole day of doing stuff, of running around, of taking care of everything, and then at the end of the day, don't you just want to like do nothing and plop down on the couch? But you can't do that because you're a mother of 4 and you have to get up and cook dinner, and you have to chop vegetables, and you have to saute shit, and then you have to make sure that the plates are clean, and then after that you have to clean the plates. It's a lot, and it adds up. So the woman who's ready to have an easier time feeding her family, but the woman who can't exactly hire someone to completely handle all of that, she's gonna go to Panera because the Panera app makes it easier. That's really good marketing. You would have to understand marketing to understand how to market to that specific person. It's not in post-production here, just interjecting to finish off this example. So you, the person who is great in marketing, is going to come with better ideas, right? Ideas that are rooted in your expertise. Those ideas are going to get better results for the company as a whole. Your target customer, client, or company cares about taking their results to the next level. They care about their quality of life. Just because the CEO of a company can create an ad doesn't mean that they can create an ad campaign that generates and nurtures leads in the same way that you can, right? You're not helping these people, the clients, the customers, the company to survive. You're helping them to step it up. That's why they're paying you as an expert instead of doing it themselves or handing it off to an intern. No matter what skill set you have, you are bringing a depth of understanding that your clients don't possess. This inherently improves their lives because it makes the process of running a business or maintaining a home or managing their mindset or reaching their goals significantly easier. They are paying you for more ease. People who care about their quality of life care about more ease. You're raising your prices. You're no longer focusing on the people who can't afford it. It's about quality of life. It's about your quality of life, and it's about their quality of life. Why am I charging more money? My quality of life. I'm charging more money because when I charge more money, then I can hire this really amazing virtual assistant. She's coming. So I'm the person who's ready, willing, and eager to pay the virtual assistant. I'm the person who is very committed to paying the virtual assistant because I understand exactly how that's going to improve my quality of life. What are you getting out of this? Step number 3, it's about improving your quality of life. Your quality of life is improving when you raise your prices. Their quality of life is improving when they pay you. They're going to pay you the higher rates because they understand that their quality of life is going to powerfully improve as a consequence of working with you, of buying your course, blah, 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 blah. Got it? Got it. That's all that we have to say. If you want more help with this, more support with this, I highly suggest looking into my miniature courses, specifically the how to receive calling in more love, money, and support after a childhood of neglect course. It's really good. It's all about self-love, and it has everything that you need to start receiving more and tapping into the vibration of the clients or companies or even human beings that you would rather start connecting with and receiving from. One more thing. If you want daily inspiration and mindset shifts from me for free, I recommend following me on my Instagram, which is also linked in the description. Just go look at all the links in the description and go buy all the things in the description, actually. I recommend that too. Okay, I love you. Bye.